Shalom, everybody. If you want to get your Tanakh out and have a look in Devarim chapter 6 and verse 4, and I'll read this to you. Shema Yisroel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. The Lord is one, and you can cross-reference that to Zechariah 14 verse 9 and Zephaniah 3 verse 9, and it speaks to you about the oneness of Yahweh Elohim, and the fact that his name will be one. And let me just read this to you. I don't want to misread it. Lord our God is come on, where am I? For then I will convert the people to a pure language. Now, if I was thinking in my own spirit, a pure language would more than likely be the language of the Hebrew tongue. But I'm sort of thinking more in line with a pure language, like a love language, okay, a God language that speaks His word, and so when I think about that, I'm more convinced that He will convert people to being able to speak His language, to speak His love, to meditate on Him. And verse 5 carries on and says, and you shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart and with all your soul and with all of your means, with everything that is within you. And this is the beginning of the commandments, and you can parallel this to the first of the Decalogue. I'm the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You shall have no other gods. Well, that's number 2 then. You shall have no other gods before me. And so I want to just share with you the word echad means one, but it means unity more than it means one. The emphasis that we often place on the word echad is one, and it's correct. But it's much more in line with being united. And you shall love the Lord with all your heart and with all your soul. And here the commentary says, and you shall love, perform His commandments out of love. Perform His mitzvah out of love. And so often we perform His mitzvah out of duty because, well, it's like we have to do this. Now, if you're in religion, you will do it out of duty. But if you're in a relationship, you will love Him from your heart and serve Him from your heart. And your mitzvah will be done out of a love for Him, not a duty, not a labor. It'll be a love thing. So, interesting thing here, it says with all your heart. It has a double vav on it, instead of the usual single. Love Him with two inclinations. There we go. The good and the evil. Love Him with everything that is within you. I would probably go along with more than likely loving Him with your spirit and with your flesh, with that which you learn from Torah, but acting out in your flesh. And so I want to just encourage you on this beautiful day that Hashem has created for us to love Him. He desires to have an intimate relationship with you, and He's got this covenant relationship with us, which is a ketubah. And we need to love Him from our heart. Yeshua said, if you love me, you will obey my commandments. If you love me, you will obey my commandments. And I think that we've got to turn and we've got to understand that Yeshua has called us to be in a covenant relationship with him. So blessed be the King of glory and the King of majesty. Let us just pray before I close off. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. I pray, Adonai, that I will surrender myself to you out of love, and that I will serve you out of love, and I will declare your holiness, and I will worship you, the King of glory, King of majesty, and the things that I do, the actions that I take, will glorify your name. Blessed be your name. Amen.